you do not see any tourists like whatsoever. We're getting a lot of looks from locals, kind of just cruising by, from kids. We got kind of held up for a bit by some local guys in a van asking us where we're from, making sure we're not from Israel. All right, I'm here with my new friend Michael, and we're trying falafels out.
This is a giant falafel.
It's giant falafels.
It's quite dense, by the way.
How does it smell?
Interesting.
All right, do it. Let's see how it is.
All right. Tastes better than it smells.
What does it taste like?
Cornbread, kind of?
Like cornbread.
A more flavorful cornbread.
Right on. Right on. Rate it. 1 to 10.
Like filet mignon being 10?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 4.
4. Okay, so it's kind of on the lower end. Hey, being honest though. Being honest. I like that. Let's give it a shot. Like wheat bread, to be honest.
Interesting.
Good.
Yeah,
I like it.
Not bad.
It tastes like unsweetened cornbread. That's how I would describe it. More oily and kind of very dense and how do you say it? Stale. But I think it's been stale because it's been out in the open for mostly the whole day. Anyways, yeah, try one of these when you're here in Jerusalem. I see these all the time. Cheers. Alright guys, today I've had like a screw it moment and I've decided to come to Jericho. This is one of the oldest, I think, if not the oldest town on planet Earth, or the oldest historical town on Earth. I did it on a whim. Now I'm here with a buddy of mine. So far it just looks like it's just mounds with some rocks. Honestly, nothing too special to see, but let's keep hiking. Let's see what we see. So far there's these cable cars that take you to a monastery, and it looks like or like some buildings up on a hill that looks like where actually people would have lived. High five, high five, high five, high five, high five. Right on.
Hi, it's beautiful.
Ah, there you go.
Hi.
All right, so right now we're walking through one of the refugee camps here in Palestine. You do not see any tourists like whatsoever. We're getting a lot of looks from locals, kind of just cruising by, from kids. We got kind of held up for a bit, asking from this way. Yeah, some local guys in a van asking us where we're from, making sure we're not from Israel. So this is an interesting experience. Not a lot of tourists get to do this and walk these streets. How do you feel about it, Michael?
It's like you said, it's quite an interesting experience because you have to be cognizant. While the people are so friendly, they have such deep political, cultural, and religious beliefs that you have to be mindful and aware of them so that you can be sensitive to what their beliefs are. Not necessarily in opposition or agreement, but just being neutral. Like, you're not calling this place Israel. In their minds, it's not. And then same when you're in certain parts of what other claims to be Israel, don't call it Palestine. So you just gotta be sensible.
Hey, we're outside of this shawarma place. I think we got a pretty good deal, 18 shekels for a good sized shawarma. And what's interesting is they have like these vegetables outside for you to grab, and they're like different freaking colors, which is really, really interesting. Check this out. That's pink cauliflower right there. What's up, Michael? How you doing?
I'm in heaven right now. I'm amazed.
Take a bite, take a bite, take a bite. Jesus. All right, so we're on the side of the street. We get dropped off in this town. I don't even know what the name is. And we're waiting for a public bus to take us to Jerusalem. We're waiting for like 10, 15 minutes, no bus at all. We start walking down the street because one of the locals told us that there's another option. If you don't see a bus, you can walk down the street 10 minutes, cross this checkpoint, this Israeli checkpoint, and then on the other side there would be a bus that take you every 5 minutes. We're getting a little worried. We start walking down the street, and as we're approaching the checkpoint, the public bus shows up. We flag it down, we get on, and we are on our way. Let's go. Michael, how do you feel about our adventure today?
It's good.
Yeah?
Check Jericho.
We went outside the tourist zone. We actually met some local kids, and that was something unique, and that's what I like. I like to experience what the locals experience, not what other tourists typically experience. And we did it for cheap. We did it on the cheap end. We were just taking cheap taxis and cheap public transportations just by arriving at the places and bargaining with the taxis. The first taxi wanted us to charge us 200 for this whole experience, 200 shekels. That was too pricey. Instead, at every point we would pay like 5 to 10 shekels for a taxi, which is super cheap. That's the way I like to travel. I save money and I get a more authentic experience. So that's it.